Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're yet again discussing the TM.30. This particular topic seems to have been on the lips of many of my clients these past roughly 2 weeks, maybe 10 days. It seems like a lot of people are increasingly worried about the TM.30, mostly because there seems to be an increased intensity, or shall I say drive, with respect to the immigration apparatus in enforcing the rules with respect to the TM.30. For those who are unaware what the TM.30 is, it's a document that has to be filled out by a landlord or someone who maintains tenants in their home or at a residential address. And slightly the same, well, it's the same for hotels, but hotels deal with it in a little bit different way. But basically, it's for landlords to notify the immigration apparatus that a foreigner is on their premises. Now, in the past and for years, this kind of went along without a lot of enforcement. The laws were on the books, the form existed, but depending on the province, there were varying levels of enforcement and voluntary compliance with this. It should also be noted there's another form, it's a TM.28, which an individual utilizes to inform immigration as to their movements and whereabouts. There's a whole nother video on this channel with respect to that topic specifically. So it goes directly into the details of the TM.30 and the TM.28. I urge those watching this video, check that out. Go to the search function on our channel and just type in TM.30 and space TM.28, and you'll find the video immediately, and you can watch in detail about the difference between those two forms. But something I noticed recently was rather interesting. It was on Thai Visa Advice, which is a Facebook group that discusses these things, and there was a recent posting, I guess you could say, that went this way, quoting directly, "Bangkok only TM.30 update." Quoting directly, "Okay, I was out at Chiang Watana on Thursday morning, like I am almost every Thursday, and they have a completely new section devoted only to people filing TM.30 forms. Previously, they were done in Section J, but now they have a new area, Section B, with 2 desks pounding out TM.30 receipts. The fine for failure to report within 24 hours of taking up residence is 800 baht. In order to self-file a TM.30, you need the blue house book listing the owner, the Thai ID card of the owner, your lease, and a filled-out TM.30 form. I would imagine, although I have no proof, that seeing as they just created a new section only for TM.30, reporting that Bangkok is going to be getting on the bandwagon as far as starting to enforce this policy. I think that's fairly safe to assume." Quoting further, "I would suggest anyone who is on yearly extensions just suck it up and pay the 800 baht fine and go self-file a TM.30. There is no telling when it's going to be mandatory to have the receipt to do anything out there like it is at other immigration offices. I'm not posting this to scare anyone. I'm posting this to share information only. You can file a TM.30 in person, you can mail it in, and you can do it online if you can read Thai and join the online program." All of that, to the best of my knowledge, is pretty much correct. I haven't been out to Thai immigration myself here recently, but my staff has told me that they've been out there and they've seen the same thing. They do have new facilities out there to deal with the TM.30 specifically. The other thing to keep in mind is, as noted previously, there's a TM.28 component for individual foreigners here on non-immigrant status in the kingdom. That's a different form than the TM.30. It's kind of an interesting for lack of a better term, it's sort of almost a paradox, because strictly speaking, a TM.30 is for landlords, but clearly those who don't have one on file and therefore don't have the proper address in the system, and this goes back to more coordination within the immigration apparatus, which I've been talking about here recently, and it's major news insofar as the efficiency of that coordination will result in them being able to ascertain this where they once couldn't. So in the past, because the databases were not interlinked and the information might have all been in hard copy format, very difficult for them to ascertain whether or not one had a TM.30 on file with respect to a specific address. It seems to me as though it's pretty logical to assume that the coordination internally with respect to the digitization of this documentation will result in them being able to ascertain information with respect to the TM.30 more efficiently in the future. So the thing to keep in mind, I think it's safe to assume that those who aren't staying on top of their TM.30s and their TM.28s could have a serious problem. If nothing else, they're going to face fines. but it could also delay processing time for visas, etc. And as those who have to process visa extensions know, you never want any more obstacles than you already have to deal with. There's already adjudicatory responsibilities that you need to maintain with respect to documentation. So why create more of a hassle by having a TM.30 problem on top of it all? Probably a good idea to stay, well abreast of this overall issue as things move forward.